Smack dab in the middle of I-295. Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The return man, Ty Johnson, shedding the tackle. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Winston now to throw on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 41. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and get it with Geis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good edge scheme going.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with him.
And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, it's Scott. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Winston. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On on is the punter man as he boots this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew, wide open receiver, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down. They run. Robinson. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Alexander.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun is Minshew. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Quinnen Williams coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew, he's going to let this one go deep. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now Jones. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Minshew throwing complete to Westbrook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Connection made with Chenault. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
57's Mike 57. Stop your whining.
Here's Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jameis now on 1st down. Flushed out right and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, it's Winston. Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And his throw here is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And incomplete on the deep ball. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Winston got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
To Josh Gordon.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Down, New York.
On first down, it's Scott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Earl Thomas in on the stop. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. They go again with Scott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Jaguars 27, Jets nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this. To about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Jets.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Minshew. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
New York.
Winston now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jameis to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
10 yards to go.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Jaguars' 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Geis looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Take him down right.
The tackle made by Caleb Chason. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Pick me up. Here we go. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On second down now, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they take a knee.
Well, that's the play you work on each and every week. Your offense taking a knee at the end means you've won the ball game. But how about the defensive effort? A shutout, pitching a shutout, they're going to feel great about themselves.
They're going to feel really great about themselves. A big goose egg on the scoreboard. Nice job defensively.
Yeah, I say dinner on the defensive coordinator tonight.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jaguars, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.